If you guys want to know what's changed in my bag, here is a quick video for you. Good news is nothing has changed to any of the builds that I've just put out. This is purely what I've changed for my tee skills. Now that, if you've seen my video, choke shots are super important. At least I think they're very important. So prioritizing that, how I prioritize that. And then on top of that, I changed a couple of clubs in my bag. So let's dive on in. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe. I hope this video helps. Tee skills, like I said, choke shots are extremely important. There's going to be a couple ways that you can maneuver this to make it better for you, but this is exactly how I did it. When it comes to the driver, fully max out the tee shot here, and then fully max out the choke driver, the choke tee shot. Now what this does, increases my forgiveness windows, and I'm hitting this at like 300 yards, which is crazy to think such a forgiving club at 300 yards because I have such a high power with my driver. It's pretty insane. Keep the power drive, but I leave off the rhythm so I can use those points elsewhere. I don't really have any problems with rhythm. If you have problems with rhythm, highly recommend checking out the other video that I put out. When it comes to approach shots, you're going to see a lot here. Why is this? Approach shots are one of the most used shots in the game. You're hitting a lot of irons in this. The irons and the putter are probably the two biggest factors because that is where the bulk of your shots are going to come from. So fully max out the approach. We fully max out the choke shot, and then we fully max out the pitch. We skip through the runner section here because I don't think that's a very good one. And then we leave off the rhythm aspect of the spinner, but pretty much fully max out the spinner, one of the most important shots in the game. Now you will see here that I added in the off the deck. I had 20 extra points. I wanted to get to the recovery, and that's pretty much like how you can tweak this. If you want the recovery shot type rather than the off the deck one, you can do that. We'll talk about how you can get that, but I have the off the deck one in the rare situation that I need to really get at a par 5 and I can just hit off the deck. That's why I essentially have that one there, but that could be subject to change. I don't do anything with punch shot because I think it's not too difficult of a shot. I don't use it very often. I think you can get by without applying anything to it here. Fully max out the flop shot. And then obviously I left off the rhythm aspect for the super flop, but you can apply something here. Like I said, if you're not going to go with the choked driver, or not the choke driver, if you're not going to go with the off the deck driver, you can get the recovery shot. You're just not going to have any of the boost to it. When it comes to the bunker shot, fully max out the splash shot. It doesn't matter whether you go blast or power pick. I find myself not using either of these shots. They're pretty useless. Some people like the blast. Whatever you prefer here, I would go one or the other, but I think it can go either way. Either way, I'm not using it. I'm just trying to get to the pick shot, which is very important to me. When it comes down to the green, and this is where if you didn't want the off the deck driver and you wanted the recovery shot, you can apply some savings here, right? So for fully max out chip, fully max out putt, I skip through the bump and run section here. And then I skip down through the Texas wedge section. I think it's very important to have a fully maxed out green reader. The smaller the squares, the more breaking that you can see, the more putts you're going to make, in my personal opinion. But if you want to save, like if you just don't do one of these and you only do 3 and you take off the deck driver, you'll have enough points to apply some to get the recovery shot. So that's where you can make a saving there. And just remember, if you want the smallest green reader possible, you have to apply all 4 of these. Just having the green reader alone only shrinks it marginally. Every single time you add something here, it shrinks it more and more. Obviously, clubhouse pass. If you have those clubhouse pass ones, you're going to get those shot types. So that is how all of my tee skills are changing throughout all of my builds. Now, when it comes to my golf bag, if you haven't been following me on stream, I swapped in a 3-iron instead of a 7-wood. Why did I do that? The 3-iron runs out a little bit more, so chasing those par 5s is a lot easier. It shrunk my gapping. Before, this was a 234-yard club. Now it's a 227-yard club. It works out really nicely for choke shots in that gapping between my 5-iron, so I really like it for that. Also, on top of this, I've swapped out the 60 degree for the 62 degree. That simply changed because this is like the maximum spin club. It's very good around the greens. It's very good at stopping on firm greens. And the gapping is actually pretty good where I'm hitting the ball very far. It creates a bigger gap between the 56 and the 62. So I can actually hit those short shots with a lot of different shot types. So that is the big change to the golf bag. None of the fittings have changed. None of the attributes have changed. Only shot skills and a couple of clubs in the bag. This is across all my builds. I hope you guys enjoy. Do not forget to like, subscribe. We'll see you in another.